Unfortunately, you and your spouse are arguing in front of the kids, and it's just getting worse. You want to go take your spouse to see a marriage therapist, but they're resisting. What are you supposed to do? Well, let's talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families to live happier lives. I lead two organizations, Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization, Child and Teen Counseling, both here in Woodland Hills, California. Every Wednesday at noon, I jump on to Facebook Live to answer your parenting questions. Let's answer today's. My wife and I have been bumping heads on parenting decisions, and it's been turning into arguments. She lets them get away with stuff that I wouldn't, and I feel like it's undermining my authority. This really gets me mad, and then we fight in front of the kids, and I feel like crap. I'm worried about the effects it could be having on my kids and my relationships with them. I'd like to go see a marriage therapist, but she's resisting. Any ideas on how to convince her? And if I succeed, what should I tell my kids about it? First, let me address the last part of your question. What do you tell your kids about it? If you and your spouse decide to go to see a marriage therapist or marriage counseling, whatever you want to call it, you should tell your kids, be totally upfront about it. There's no reason why you shouldn't tell them exactly what's going on. Hey, your mom and I are struggling to get along right now. We're not seeing eye to eye. We want to get along, and we're seeking help because it communicates that you love not only your wife, but also your kids enough to say, I'm willing to get help. I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone and find help so I can be a better husband, a better parent, and your mom can do the same. And so you're demonstrating empathy, compassion, accountability. So hopefully you and your wife are able to go talk to a counselor and get support and find a way. And here's a way to get your wife. Now, again, I don't know your wife. There's 1,000 ways it can go because she's a unique person. But the reason why you want to go is things aren't working. And if you keep going down this road, it's going to still not work. And it's not healthy for the kids. It's not healthy for you guys. It sounds like no one's really happy. So even if she's hesitant, like, I don't know, therapy, what are they going to say to me? Therapy is should be a very warm, comfortable, safe place to talk about what you're feeling, your vulnerabilities, and find common ground. It's not about who's wrong and who's right. That's not good therapy. Good therapy is finding the middle ground between the two of you. How do you guys have empathy and compassion? How do you guys care about each other? How do you guys think about each other and have your actions reflect that empathy and that compassion? And if you can do that, you can model it for your children, and they can do it with each other and hopefully their future relationships. And your relationship is the model for your kids' future romantic relationships. What kind of example do you want to set for them? Now, I don't know if any of those words would help you get your wife to marriage counseling. Again, it really depends on who she is. But I think it's important to, not from a place of anger, but from a place of compassion and warmth and vulnerability, say, this is something I need. And I want to make sure that we pull through this. I want to make sure that you're getting the support you need from me. So I need help also. So instead of try not to point the finger, it's easy to do. It's not very effective. So take your own accountability and say, this is why I want it and why I need it and why I want to feel better. Maybe that sparks the empathy in her and she's willing to come in. And maybe say, let's just go once. Let's just meet the person. And then maybe it turns into a regular relationship and you guys improve your marriage. Because unfortunately, couples often wait too long to get marriage therapy. And they go to marriage therapy when they both have one foot out the door and they say, all right, save this marriage in 4 sessions or we're done. It's really much more effective if you go when both of you have both feet in the relationship and want to have a satisfying, loving relationship, when you both are committed to the relationship. If you wait till one or both of you are out the door, or at least 1 foot out the door, that's really hard to overcome. Anyways, that's our question for today. Thank you so much for your question. If you'd like me to answer your question here on Tips on Teens every Wednesday at noon on Facebook Live, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit Child and Teen Counseling. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.